So, just got back from seeing the movie The Idea of You. Actually comes out tomorrow on Amazon Prime. So, I just got to see it just a day early. They had a premiere for it the day before, but I couldn't make it to that one. Anne Hathaway plays Salene. I think that's how you pronounce her name in this movie. And she is a single mother, recently divorced, and she gets stuck with taking her daughter to Coachella because her father backs out at the last minute. He has all VIP passes and everything, and then so Les actually ends up walking to one of the trailers of this man right here, Nicholas. I think who plays Hayes Campbell. He is one of the lead singers for this very popular rock band, or excuse me, boy band. And she actually ends up walking to his trailer to use the restroom, thinking it's the restroom. And he kind of ends up basically falling in love with this older woman. She is 40, he is 24. And he soon starts courting her and dating her while her daughter is at summer camp. And that's pretty much the fairly simple premise of this movie. But I really liked this movie because the things that I liked about this movie were you thought this was a straightforward story about a older woman dating a younger guy, kind of like a white Stella got her groove back. But the thing I like about this movie, it was so different because the trauma that she was facing in this was like getting over her marriage from her last husband. Her last husband cheated on her, and so she really doesn't know how to open up. And she's got this young guy who's this world famous pop star who is basically kind of in love with her, and she doesn't want to let him in because of the last thing the last relationship she was dealing with. And 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 all and the crazy part about this is like this movie is so like realistic because let's just say in actuality this really happened. Like she was getting a lot of hate online, like people were calling her like a cradle robber, and like because she was dating this much younger guy, but this younger guy like really 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 liked her. And at the same time, this movie was rated R. Anne Hathaway actually has sex in a movie, and a very raunchy couple sex scenes in here. And I was just kind of like, I'm like, Anne, is that you? And but it was done tastefully, but at the same time, like you put Anne Hathaway in the Devil Wears Prada, Catwoman, like these kind of bubbly, almost kind of roles, and you don't think her as this kind of. I'm not gonna call her a sex symbol, but you're gonna. This is a roll out her element. She's in her. She just turned 40, and she's dating this younger guy, and they're like hot and heavy with it. But like I said, I do love the premise because it deals with the actuality of what would happen in this, as far as like the backlash that she would get, the hate, the vitriol, and not only the hate goes to her, but to her daughter, to anyone who knows her. It really kind of gives you that aspect of what would happen if you were really in the public eye and you weren't used to play. You're just an average day person. She's just a an art curator, and she ends up dating this guy who's this world famous pop star. And it's like the culmination of them coming together and trying to figure this thing out. And it's like one of the movies that like has a cliffhanger ending, but then they come back and spin it back around, and you kind of make your own ending to it. But it was a very solid movie. Like I said, a little out of the realm for Anne Hathaway style because, like I said, I'm used to her that bubbly kind of stylistic of her doing these movies. But like I said, like this was a solid movie. It was a good rom. I won't say I won't call it a comedy, but more of a romance movie. So very solid. Comes out tomorrow. Like I say, guys, watch it with your girls. Girls, watch it with your guys. I think this is a movie that even like I said, couples can watch together or they can watch by themselves. But most definitely, like a very solid movie. Go check it out. Like I said, comes on Amazon Prime tomorrow.